Okay, this video is to show how to adjust the filter pressers in the unit if they are not creating a good enough seal. So if you look in the side of the unit, here's our unit here. There we go, focus. You can see that the two filter pressers, one of them is right there, center of the screen. There we go. If you'll notice that it's kind of got that knurled ridge on the side, you're going to have to unscrew that. It's going to be difficult to get your hand in there, but that's what's going to have to happen. The other side is over here. You can see the second one. So those are your line A and line B. Right there. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew them. Pass the phone off here. If you look, it's the first one. So you can try and get your hand in there. Might have to use two hands. And it just unscrews. Don't drop it like that. There we go. So now here's a filter presser assembly. You can see that this one's kind of dirty. You can try and clean it out if you want. This is a new unit, so it shouldn't be dirty at all. And the way that you end up adjusting it is by using this guy right here. You're going to rotate this one way or the other way. This one seems to be in a very good manner. This is going to be uncut, raw, unedited video. Oh, that's good. Okay, so you're going to be able to twist this inner portion on most of them. This one doesn't want to twist too much. Well, assuming you can twist it, this one's quite stuck. It is an old training unit. So you'll see we have a filter cassette and we've got this guy here. By rotating this, it's going to raise or lower the height of this white piece here. When you have the filter sitting on top of this white piece, you can see right now it's a little bit too high. Ideally, you'll want it so that the filter cassette is barely touching the O-ring to get it as finely adjusted as possible. So like right now it's too high. I would want it to be able to seal up with that O-ring, and you'll see that if I actually press on the cassette that it can't really touch the O-ring. So if I was to adjust this guy and bring it back down some, let's see if I can just
counterclockwise.
Yeah, counterclockwise to bring it down. So that's a little bit closer, and if you press on the cassette, it still doesn't quite seal. So it need to come down just a little bit more in order to get it properly adjusted. So once you get it adjusted so that the cassette is barely touching the O-ring, and when you press on the cassette, it creates a nice seal, you can reinstall it back into the unit. You want to make sure that they're very tight when you reinstall them. And again, if you have smaller hands, it's going to be much easier to do it. Make sure not to cross thread. And tighten it up nice and good.
Not too snug.
Oops. And the other one, as you can see, is over here. Again, if you go with two hands, it's kind of going to be the easier route to get it. There we go. And again, move this one and you're going to adjust it. This one's a nice and clean demo training unit once again. So you're again going to rotate this inner portion. This one doesn't want to rotate. This might be the older unadjustable style, actually, now that I think about it. So that's why that one's not adjusting, but you should be able to adjust it by rotating this inner portion clockwise or counterclockwise. And again, the ideal is to get it so that the cassette barely touches the O-ring, and then when you press it, it would create a nice seal around the O-ring. So that's what you're going to need to do for the 2 units. Yeah, it's going to be rough on the knuckles, so sorry about that, but it is going to be what it is. Give us a call or email if you have any questions. Thanks, Eric.